And Mark, it's such a pleasure to have you here as part of the lockdown inquiry. I know this is quite a big deal for you to come out from behind the camera, where you've been an executive in the industry for so long.
Yes.
But I know you want to do it because you have been so disturbed by the coverage of many of your former colleagues, the organisations that you used to work for over the course of the pandemic. So can you just start by explaining this chilling warning that Ofcom gave near the start of the pandemic and how you think that may have impacted the coverage?
Well, I definitely think it impacted. It's not so much an Ofcom regulation, it was advice, or a warning, actually.
It's like a little bulletin, wasn't it?
It was a warning to basically say, do not question the official government line. Now, to be fair to them, they said you can have opposition voices on, but presenters must intervene if there's any danger of harmful or misinformation. And
so did that essentially turn presenters at the BBC, Sky News, into essentially representatives of the government?
Yes, I think it did. Not just on-air talent. I think that warning affected all broadcasters. Most of the major broadcasters followed it, and actually it was only the one or two little smaller ones who wouldn't have that backup power who got caught. I mean, Uckfield Community Radio was censored for putting something out. But actually, I think what it's led to, I think it's created an environment which will lead to the biggest assault on freedom of speech and democracy I've known in my lifetime. I've never seen a warning from Ofcom like that. I've never seen the broadcasters toe the line. And rather than question the government, they became cheerleaders for the government.
And why, Mark? Why? That is the question I always ask myself, because surely the job of the BBC, ITV News, Sky News, two of the places where you used to work, surely the first job as a journalist is to question the government and to question the official narrative. So why did they not do that when it came to lockdown and COVID?
It is the first job. I mean, we've all been trained to give both sides of a story and let the viewer decide. But clearly, all the way through the pandemic, only one side of the story was given. And the media, actually, broadcasters and newspapers, picked up the torch that had been created by these behavioural psychologists and created this fear. The broadcasters picked it up with relish, and they really were spreaders of panic and fear.
They bought into the propaganda.
They did. They bought absolutely into the propaganda, and I think it was very dangerous. But I think you have to probably look beyond Ofcom and beyond this country, because, as you said, this was a worldwide lockstep occurrence. And in parallel with media, you had big tech, new media, who were censoring everything.